Hello everybody. I don't necessarily intend to make this a running feature and or standard on my channel, but as you may or may not be aware, in fact you probably aren't aware, so let me just go ahead and fill you in. Back in the day when, oh, hang on, I gotta remember this code. I think it's BARRALAX. No? Try that again. BARRALAX. There we go. Parallax. Puts it in hard mode. So, way back when I first had the opportunity to play a video game, the Atari 2600 was the name of the console, my first video game console, and we got it for 25 bucks-ish, plus a nice handful of games out of a, whatchamacallit, garage sale. Good times, good times. Well, after that system came the Super Nintendo, and Donkey Kong Country was my very first game for that system. And yeah, this is the sequel, Donkey Kong Country 2, which is, in my opinion, the best of the series. I can honestly say that much of the reason I enjoy platform games as much as I do probably goes back to the fact that I grew up on them. I played, I never had the Mega Man series, unfortunately, but Donkey Kong Country's, Super Mario World's. I say Super Mario Worlds because, you know, Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario World, Super Mario... all the Super Mario games. There was Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island I played. So a lot of platforming as a youth. And, what can I say? I still love the games. I don't intend to do anything special with this run. I could theoretically try to speedrun this game, or try to, you know, show off my knowledge of the secrets and good play. But honestly, I'm probably rusty as hell. To me, this is just a trip down nostalgia lane. Y'all, I don't know if y'all have games that, for you, you know, they may not be the best game, they may be the better game, but, whatever the reason you still like them, that's this game for me in a nutshell. Like, I just skipped a bonus to the left that I could have opened with the Rhino, because I'm not really trying to do completion or anything. The way hard mode, well, for those of you who don't know how the game works, I suppose I should explain it. You play as Diddy Kong, the male monkey here, and Dixie Kong, the female. You are trying to traverse these worlds occupied by the Kremlings, or the alligator-type creatures, and the lesser enemies, which are just, you know, creatures that get in your way, bumblebees and beetles and the like, each with their own unique name and fun stuff about them. Oh god, I love the music of this level. In traversing the level, you have a roll attack that you're seeing me make liberal use of. You've got the jump on an enemy's head, which is how most enemies are. You can dispatch most enemies that way. And here I just did a team up throw to land up here. Nope, never mind. This is where you end a bonus, not where you get to one. But yeah, so you got those abilities. You pick up bananas, which act similar to coins in Mario. 100 of them gets you a life, or power rings in Sonic. That was a midpoint barrel. You get that. If you die, you end up there instead of having to start the level over. I don't really know what there is to explain. If you've never played a platforming game in your life, I guess some of these mechanics could be new to you, but if you have played any of them before, then a lot of this isn't going to be new. Now, that said, I could be playing any of the platforming games I grew up on. So why am I playing this one? What's special, if anything? Well, to be honest... oh, whoops. There's a very good bonus to grab here. See that banana? Boom. Oh yeah, if I get the bonus, I will end up on this upper ledge over here, which is all this cool stuff, and the DK coin. In any event, could be playing any of a number of platform games that I grew up on, so what makes this one special? Well, easy answer is nothing really. I mean, they're all great, and I just happen to pick this one because it's been on my mind lately. I would say though that's not being entirely honest with myself. If I'm gonna need Dixie to get this one. If I were to be more honest with myself, I do think this is one of the better platforming games, certainly in its genre. And it's not just that the graphics, which, you know, obviously they don't hold up today, but, or rather they're not good for today, but they were excellent for then. I would say it's because the structure of the game is fantastic. The secrets are... The game can be played just to get through it, or you can try harder to go for the secrets, which takes significantly more work to do correctly. And the secrets themselves reveal themselves as the game goes on by little things. You get used to where the developers for this game would hide them. In the predecessor, Donkey Kong Country 1, my brother and I used to joke you had to hurl yourself into every hole at every angle in order to try and find everything. That's just not the case in this game. For example, if there was a secret down there, there would have been a banana or something pointing out the way, rather than me being expected to just go there. Well, right now I would see some sign that there was a way to get underneath that platform. I don't see one, so I don't risk it. Here I got the exclamation barrel, which is the equivalent of this game's star. Power star. Which of course means that I can climb this, and there's the bonus at the top. I mean, it's little things like that that tip you off something is amiss. Even if I didn't know where the bonus was, even if I had somehow missed that that was there, just the fact that I had the star would make me look around for what special things could I do with it. And that would have, you know, tipped me off in the long run. So the secrets in this game, my point being, are meant to be discovered. Serlin, of SerlinGames.com or net, I forget what he goes by, who frankly is really hard to read sometimes. As much as I loved his Playing to Win article, I find that he has a very myopic view of strategy and game design. But he did an amazingly good, insightful piece onto Donkey Kong Country 2, and, well, a lot of the things I'm talking about right now, about why it's such a great platforming game, and why it's such a joy to play, and why it's a marvel of good game design. Okay. I am playing on hard mode. Here's what it means. You'll notice I just got hit and lost my partner, and I'm forced to use the other character. By the way, you can swap between these characters anytime, and they have different abilities, so, you know, sometimes it's a benefit to play one or the other, as one or the other. Okay, here we go. A with a banana pointing at a box. Clearly there's something inside that box that I can't get right now. But if I had access to the starfish, I would be able to go through it with the A button. So I'm going to go down here, and sure enough, there's the... I may not have been able to find this initially, but the fact that I saw that with bananas leading to it clued me in that there was something worth finding. Anyway, hard mode means that when you lose a partner, you only can get him back inside of bonus levels, because there are none of the barrels that would normally give you him back. The DK barrel. So effectively, you only have the one extra hit, plus however many you can get through bonus levels, in hard mode. I honestly play hard mode because I don't normally see the point in going into bonus levels unless you're trying for completion. So giving them a purpose by making them restore my partner just seems fitting. And I'm good enough to play the game on hard mode because, well, I've played this game a lot. A lot. No swordfish past this point, but we'll just give you another life. And that's the midpoint barrel. If I die, I will restore there. Okay, I just carelessly got hit again. You know, I shouldn't brag about how good I am at a game and then promptly prove how bad I am at it. I did say before I started playing that I would be rusty. I haven't played this game in ages after all. See right there, bananas leading out. Out from what? If I was curious, I'd go back and explore and see where those bananas came from, because I guarantee you there's at the very least, a little bit of a bonus at the end, quite possibly a bonus level. Another nice thing this game did was, in terms of standardizing, was to make a set amount of bonuses, rather than a random amount. In Donkey Kong Country 1, there was no saying whether there was just one bonus level in the whole level, or 3 or 4 or even 5. I think Orangutan Gang had 6. In Donkey Kong Country 2, there is 1 DK coin and 2 bonus levels per level. The first bonus level will be before the midpoint, the second will be after the midpoint. And by always maintaining this, By always maintaining this, it helps with your exploration significantly. If you found the bonus before the midpoint, but you can't find the other one in the level, you know to look in the second half of the level. And the DK coin does not conform to that, because the DK coin can be anywhere, but the DK coins are specifically meant to be the hardest to find, and they have the least relevance gameplay-wise. There is a reward for finding all 75 bonus coins, and it goes beyond just, yeah, and it goes beyond just, congratulations, you have 100% completion now. It unlocks the secret world, which in turn contains the actual final boss of the game. Collecting the hero coins, on the other hand, the DK coins, is just 100% purely for completion's sake. There's nothing more than a cosmetic benefit. Yeah, so that guy you can't body slam into. You have to throw your partner at him. Another thing that I like about DKC 2 over 1 is the balance of the characters. In Donkey Kong Country 1, you play as Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Donkey Kong is heavier, less agile, etc. Whereas in this game, both your characters are relatively agile. Diddy has the slight edge, in my opinion, for speed and movement, but it's not significant, really. And Dixie has the hairspin, which is actually a very useful ability in its own right. Put the two together, and, well, I enjoy controlling both characters in this game, whereas in Donkey Kong Country 1, I did not. Alright, I just screwed up. I should have pitched the barrel before I jumped on. You can't grab a rope while holding a barrel. Another thing that's amazing about this game is the music. I don't know, maybe it's not to everybody else's taste, but from my point of view, where Mega Man does rock music really well in like every iteration, this game did really good orchestral music. You know, as orchestral as you can be on a Super Nintendo. Certainly for a platform game, it was above and beyond anything that I would have needed. I'm pretty sure the DK coin is off to the right in this level, and I could have floated past the end to go grab it if I had really wanted to. Alright, next. Oh, it looks like I've already beaten the first world, so let's just go to Crow's Nest and fight the crow. Switch to Diddy first, please, because Dixie is more useful in the second phase, and I don't want to if I'm going to lose a character, I'd rather it be her. So Crow drops an egg. I stop the egg, and then I bash him with it. And like all fights in this game, it's a series of phases. Usually you have to hit a boss 3, 4, 5 times before they actually go down. Damn it! I turned left when I should have stayed straight. I may actually die here, it's a possibility. There we go. Egg slam. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is the last hit required. Boom. Egg lands. Nope. Another hit after this one. That looks like that's gonna land. Oh, crap. I tried to roll, but I hit the jump button instead. Okay, well, let's do that again, except this time without the dying. And again, it always starts you with oh my god, it should have started me with 2 partners. I guess I have to open a different level for that to happen. Another thing that they did away with was the stupid little penalties in this game, like, you can't repeat old levels or whatever. No. Much like in Super Mario World, you can repeat old levels all you want. Also, there aren't like a whole slew of power-ups you can carry between levels, a la Mario World. Back in the days of Super Mario World, this actually proved more of a problem than anything else for my brother and I, because, well, starting up a new level meant going back and collecting a cape, another cape, and a Yoshi. And then when we got the Star World unlocked, a blue Yoshi. You know, the better Yoshi. This resulted in a lot of long trips across the map. In a game like this, you've got 2 characters that are at max power, so you can start a level immediately. Okay, so we finished the first world, and now that we're done with the Galleon, we're going to move on to Fire Zone, or Fire World. Notice up there at the top, do you see that thing? If you just wait a second, the lighting of the entire level changes just for a moment, and it shows up. That's, you know, yet another example of these really well well done concealments. Hothead bop indeed. Bow. Chuck that at you. Get your ass killed. Oh, I'm gonna die. Nope, okay, I'm good. Control was also extremely good on these characters. I'll be honest with you, I'd never played Nintendo generation games growing up. Super Mario All-Stars was the closest I got to the Nintendo game, the actual Nintendo games, as opposed to Super Nintendo or like Atari. And so when I later grew up and had some increased exposure and went back and played some of these original Nintendo games, I was blown away with just how hard to control the characters were compared to a game like the level I was used to for Control, which is what had developed afterwards. Simply stated, once you know what you're doing and have a certain level of comfort with this control scheme, they're spot on, and that just kind of became my minimum standard for play. Mega Man X, I would say, was better, or X2, not X1. Mega Man X2, I would say, was even better than this, but it was also a very different kind of game, and so the control needed was different. Notice this: 2 bananas, 2 bananas, 2 bananas, bonus. Something you would overlook if you were just thinking they were 2 bananas in a row, but that third one going up was your tip-off. The bonuses aren't meant to be impossible to find. They're meant to be slightly trickier than you might expect to find, I guess. Now see, you can't do that and not make me wonder what did I just leave behind. Because it clearly rocketed me over something. I'm not gonna go look for it, but that would have been something I could do, and because I know how to make these web platforms, that's a possibility. Alright. Walk me over there. Also, early on in the game, this is something the game did also, and this is Donkey Kong Country 1 did even better, well, not better, but more often than Donkey Kong Country 2. Or maybe they did it about the same, it just doesn't feel that way to me. And that is, the idea of gimmick levels had a certain there was a very methodical approach to introducing gimmicks in the game. I'll explain what I mean by that. This last level was called Hothead Bop, and it involved those crocodiles with opening mouths, right? What's the next level called? Cannon's Claim. I wonder what that could involve. Let's find out. Whoa, what's that guy? Notice that instinctively, my instinct is to jump above the rat and grab the hook. Before I have the chance to do anything else, I get to see for free what the cannon looks like. It's a guy holding a gun, or a cannon, presumably just constantly firing out those barrels. Okay, plan my way around him. First thing I'm going to do is jump on his head. Even if I didn't think I could jump on his head, I would want to jump to this barrel behind him, and I would end up jumping on his head. They have now shown me how the gimmick for the level is going to work. It's subtle, it's all it needs to be. Everything else so far are enemies I'm already familiar with, I've already seen. No harm, no foul. There's another cannon, but this time, it's much more dangerous. That gimmick could actually have killed me, if they had wanted. There's a lot less space, a lot less safety. And as the level goes on, boom. I don't see the cannon, but because I've been dealing with the gimmick, I know that it's him. I know what he's up to. And they gave me that TNT barrel to show me another way they can play with this same gimmick now. I could hold a barrel, block the first shot. That's a possibility. Ah! Okay, so cannons can apparently shoot things that aren't barrels. Nice. Midpoint. After the midpoint, the gimmick will stop being quite as easy to deal with. Oh, it'll be easy to deal with, but now there's going to be a greater emphasis placed on how much can I manipulate myself around the gimmick. So let's see here. Boom, boom. Ah! God, okay, I'm bad at my balance today. Boom, boom, boom. No, wait for it. There we go. Cannon barrel. Got him. Make me run in blind, why don't you? And not an ever. Okay, I'm just curious. Why is there a platform over there with Diddy's face on it? Oh, right, that's the Diddy only barrel. Okay. Just a little bonus area. Crossover, crossover. Boom! That banana, that lone banana, is very tempting to me. I wonder why it was there. It was obviously to tip me off about something, though I don't know what. Also, see the timing on that. If you want to get the best reward by jumping from a height, inevitably following their gimmick will do it. Okay, my point about gimmicks. It starts off being trivial, even self-contained, so that you can see it in action before you have to deal with it. Then you have to start dealing with it. Lava Lagoon. And then in the end, the bananas lead the way onto his back. Obviously I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna see this. I don't have to enter this lava, by the way. I could have crossed above. So they're giving me a chance to see the gimmick before I have to deal with it. I will stop ranting about gimmick now. The only thing I will add is, especially later on in the game, what they'll do is they will require an expert use of said gimmick toward the end of the level, not just for the sake of completion, but also to get a little bonus extra of some kind. So for example, early on the gimmick might have been strictly optional, but if you used it, you could get an extra banana or something, banana bunch or something. Towards the end of the level, that same jump that requires use of the gimmick will now be mandatory in order to beat the level. I'll just put pork in it, asshole. Alright, pufferfish. God, good remixes of this music are amazing, by the way. Lava Lagoon, there's an OC remix that I'm thinking of. Maybe it wasn't Lava Lagoon, was it? It was either Lava Lagoon or Jib Jig, but one of those two had just a brilliant OC remix to it. Ah, shit. Without DK barrels, you know, containing my buddy so that I can get an extra hit, I have to beat this level in one hit. Oh, that's the end of the level? No harm, no foul. Yeah, so I have 29 extra lives. I don't know why this game was harder when I was a kid than when I'm an adult, but clearly it's not that hard. I'm gonna go to Kong College and save my game real quick. Blah 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 blah. Save the game, please. Da, 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 da. Red Hot Ride. Well, alliteration alley seems to be a thing still. Now, oops. Just out of force of habit, I'm gonna check above the cave here. Okay, it's not actually walking on there. There we go. Coins above the cave. There's always something above the cave. A lesson that I was taught the first 3 times I played there. Alright, off we go. Stand on the hot air balloon, and off we go. So the gimmick is pretty straightforward here. I could have just hair spun my way over, but I'm gonna stop talking about the gimmick, I promise. It really does impress me. It's correct game design to introduce things that way, and again, optional. I didn't have to straddle and discover lowering myself down this early on, but because I did, I got access to the cave that I wouldn't have otherwise. Also, I got a rhinoceros, because if you didn't, in case you didn't know, monkeys riding rhinoceroses is totally a thing. Now here would be the mandatory discovery of the you have to go lower sometimes, instead of always being at the maximum height. Of course, they gave you the rhinoceros so that if you were, you know, trying harder earlier, you don't have to try as hard now. Come on, boom. Okay, I honestly didn't remember for sure if there was a bonus there or not, I just guessed. Destroy them all. Typically comes down to get to the exit, though you do have to kill every enemy on the way. They stopped giving me bananas, or sorry, extra lives just for losing my animal body, it seems. Hey, do you see that single banana at the bottom of the screen? I wonder what it could be. Let's take our hot air balloon that way and figure it out. Again, that's a pretty creative use of the hot air balloon. Not one that they would require in order to beat the level, but definitely one they would require in order to get the bonus. Your reward? Another creative use of the hot air balloon. Dang it, I just jumped over the thing, didn't I? Whatever, I'm good. Time to go. Oh, goddamn dragonflies. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get that balloon out from between them. There must have been some method that I was ignoring that I could have killed one of them with. Like a TNT barrel. I could go back with the TNT barrel, I suppose. But that's a lot of work for no benefit. There's probably a bonus hidden there. Love the way this game makes me think. But honestly, for me, I recognize that anyone who didn't play this game at all growing up, it's so many generations out of date that generations is in fact the right word. We've got the old Nintendo, which it is a Super Nintendo, and then you got your N64, and then you got your GameCube, and then you got your Wii, and then you got your Wii U finally. For a long time there weren't Donkey Kong Country platformers at all, or Donkey Kong Country styled platform games for the series. Just Donkey Kong playing go-karts and being in Smash Brothers, and then in his own unique spin-offs like Donkey Konga. Hell, even DK64 didn't feel like a true platformer to me. But regardless, they've come out with the Donkey Kong Country Returns series, and I don't like it very much. I feel like many of the principles of Donkey Kong Country 1 were lost. 1, 2, and 3 were lost in it. More important than that, I feel like the control was much harder. Admittedly, I could be a generation off, but I find pressing buttons better than shaking a controller to try to activate a jump and a roll. Regardless, however you may feel about it, they did bring it back, and that's a good thing. I'm not gonna ever say it's a bad thing to bring back such a good game. Oh, hang on a second. I think I remember a secret. If I'm wrong, I'll just kill myself. It's no big deal. Okay, that was pretty much killing myself. I thought there may be a bonus, or a warp barrel down there. I was wrong. I seem to recall there being a warp barrel somewhere in this level, though. Jesus, why do I suck so much today? Oh yeah, I loved this music back in the day. I still do. Jesus Christ. Well, midpoint. I needed that. I noticed, thanks to the code for no barrels, I'm having an incredibly difficult time because I'm not going to get my partner back unless I find a bonus level, which is a lot harder than the DK barrels to combine. Actually, is there a... I'm just convinced that there's a passageway I'm forgetting. Yeah, in case you didn't know it, monkeys can totally ride on birds. It's a thing. Also, birds fire eggs out of their mouths, and these eggs are lethal. I remember the first time I figured out that trick. Go in behind him, and abuse the arc to knock out the croc. Oh! Okay, that one was too close to the edge, I guess, to pull off the same trick. So, we're just going to do that again from the midpoint. For all that technically this is a really far way back to have to go, all the way back to the midpoint of a level, there's only a couple levels where it ever really was frustrating. Past. Yeah, that was gonna be a tough sell. So I just powered through. Ooh! What an asshole. Okay, I think I'm there. Alright, and that should about do it for World 2. Really quickly gonna start and end this level to get my partner back, since boss levels apparently don't do that for you by default. And once I wind up this, I think I'll cut the video for the time being. I don't anticipate this being a regular feature of me playing Donkey Kong Country 2, or whatever. Rather, I think I might just call it Nostalgia Lane and play it whenever I'm in the mood for some random nostalgia from my childhood. Because I do love this game. It's also great to finally be able to record this stuff. You have no idea how long I wanted to do this with my old computer and just wasn't able to. Yay, we killed him! He's totally going into the fire pool, and there's no way this is gonna bite us in the ass if we put our guard down in a wall? Okay, how do I get across you? Timing! Ride the hooks all the way across. Ah, shit, run! The boss is, I believe, named Cleaver, on account of the level being called Cleaver's Kiln. Of course, back then I didn't know what a kiln was, and I thought they just misspelled killing. This should be it. He explodes in a shower of bone and metal shards. Gotta love it. And victory is mine. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. Let me go back to World 1 and save before I do, on the off chance that I do end up picking this game up again, this run up again. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed learning a little bit more about my gaming and from when I was much younger. You know, if this is like something you want to see me do more of, or hell, I played a bunch of Super Nintendo games back in the day. I may end up doing runs of some of those other ones if there's any interest in that, so we'll see. But I've yammered enough for now, so thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoy this, and I will see you guys next time! So I can figure out how to close out of this.